Hey guys, Kyra here. Welcome back to my channel, Kyra Smiles. Today we're going to be talking about setting up a bullet journal. Now, I decided to invest in a bullet journal, finally. It was a long time coming. I've been wanting one for a while, but I just couldn't scrounge up the money and the confidence to kind of go for it. I finally did, and I'm very, very happy so far. So I'm just going to kind of talk about what bullet journal I chose, and then show you how I've been doing my layout for it. Alright, so let's get into the video. First off, let's talk about my bullet journal. This is the beautiful bullet journal I decided to choose. There are so many different options out there. I can't even begin to describe all of them. There's a specific bullet journal, like the brand bullet journal, and that one's really, really cool because it has the whole layout of what a bullet journal was essentially meant for. For me, I'm somebody who wasn't planning on using all the aspects of a bullet journal the same way, and so I went for something where I could create it myself, and I went for, oh my god, sorry for this pronunciation, the Leuchtturm 1917 journal. Details make a difference, apparently, that's what it says. So anyways, I went for this, and it's fantastic. It's a hardcover black book with a nice strap to, you know, hold everything together, and the little bookmarks. And I went for the dotted pages just because I thought they were so cute, and it's easy to trace your own lines when there's a dotted page as opposed to lined. And I just thought it was really, really pretty. That's what that is. And I guess let's just talk a little bit about my setup for it. Later in the video, I'll show you what it actually looks like, but let's just talk about it. So for me, I already use my online calendar. I do my extensive planning on my online Google Calendar. That's how I set up my day, and that's how I've progressed. I like having it online just because I always have my laptop or my phone on me, and so it's super easy. So for this, I'm not using it as a full-on schedule like a lot of people do, and I'm using it more as a check-in. I'm using it as a means to reconnect and to make sure that I'm focusing in on the very moment and not worrying too much about the future or panicking about the past. So anything like that, it's kind of like a refocus. And so what I've decided to do with this is a few different things. First off, I have my month-to-month goals. And so I start off, for this month, I called it the month of ease. So I wrote that down. And I wrote down my goals, and so I talked about my goals in my last video, about doing the yoga, about cleaning out my bathroom cabinet, about incorporating meditation into my life, and so I write all those down. And then from there, I write my financial statement for the month. This is a good way to just kind of keep track of where my money's going. And yes, I have an online app for it, but I like to just I like to be able to sit down and write it, because then I actually physically remember. Like I'm actually like aware of what I spent. A lot of the times when I go out and I spend a whole bunch of money and I don't write it down anywhere, and I look at my bill at the end of the month, I'm like, oh my god, like all that money went away so fast. And so with this, I'm able to each day write down the money that's coming in and how much money is leaving my bank account. And so that's another page that I have on here. And then another thing that I have going on is my weekly calendar. So I have like my day-to-day stuff. For each day, I am somebody who likes to know how much water I drink. So I have these little water bottles here. I'll show you what I draw. I draw like these little water bottles, like these little blue guys. I drink from a Nalgene water bottle, and so I drew little Nalgenes in my bullet journal, and I fill them up every time I drink a liter. I try and drink at least 2 liters of water a day, and that's not including my green tea. So I do 2 liters straight from my Nalgene. So I make sure I mark that down, and I also like to mark down what I've eaten throughout the day. A lot of the times lately, especially, I haven't been eating as well, and so I think this will be a good way to remind myself to make a conscious effort to change what I've been eating. Lots of sweets and stuff like that. It's really hard. There's actually chocolate right beside me right now, and it's very tempting. But anyways, yeah, so I write down what I have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and my snacks. And it's a good way just to keep track of maybe if I've had too many fruits today and I need to equal it out with vegetables, or if I've already had a lot of carbs, if I had a very carb-filled breakfast, then I'll try not to have too much carbs for the rest of the day, just to kind of make sure that I'm getting the required and the right amount of nutrition for myself every day. And so I make sure of that. I also write daily goals. So I have goals for my mind, my body, and my spirit. So every day I try and do at least one thing that touches on those things. So for example, school bell. Alright. So for example, for my mind, what I've been doing lately is reading. So I've been reading Girl on the Train. So for my mind goal for the day is to read a few pages of that. My spirit goal can be either to meditate, or it could be to water my plants and have a nice little conversation with them. Something that just kind of touches the soul. It could be to go outside for a walk, anything like that. That's what my my spirit goal is. And then my physical goal, my body goal, has been lately to do yoga every day, my yoga with Adriene videos. And so that's been my body goals lately. But as the months progress, it might change. It might be to maybe go for a run. That's not gonna happen. But like things, maybe like if I decide I wanna go rock climbing today, that'll be my body. You know, that'll be the goal for my body that day. So just to kind of, again, keep a conscious tally of what I've been doing to do self-help throughout the day, because I think it's so important when you're so busy to like reflect again on what you're doing. And then I also like to write down my daily gratitudes. I try and write one thing a day, something that's happened that just made me really, really happy, or it just, you know, it just kind of changed my mood in a good way. For example, I made some new friends the other day, or like, you know, like if I meet a new person and they're really, really nice, like that just, you know, that's really fun, and I write that down. Or if I've reconnected with somebody, I write that down. Or I wrote something. What was it that I wrote? Oh, like one of the days I said that I really got lost in my book on the bus. Like I was so into it, and I thought that was really, really fun because I was able to lose myself for a little bit. So I wrote that down as my daily gratitude thing. And so that's essentially what I've been doing. Like I said, it's not a big schedule. It's more just to reconnect with myself. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that if you've been wavering on whether getting a bullet journal, this has maybe convinced you that it's really a great thing for anything you want to do. I don't know if you can hear that, but I think there's a helicopter right above my house right now. It's probably a plane. I don't know why I thought helicopter. Anyways, ignore that. So yeah, if you've been wavering on whether to get one, I think it's fantastic. It really is. This was $24 for me, $24 Canadian. And I think that it's well worth it. Even if I end up not even using it as a bullet journal, if I end up saying like, screw it, I don't want to use a bullet journal anymore, I think it would be great just to, you know, just to jot things down. It's really, really pretty. The pages are great. And so, yeah. So if you have anything you want to say, any comments, I would love to hear what you guys put in your bullet journals. And yeah, so all that said, thank you so much. Leave comments, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.